discovered that here, delivering a malaria vaccine through a mosquito bite. Wow. So what's written here and what they're saying here in Queensland don't line up. They don't align as the same story. Wow. Yeah, how can a story about dengue fever and mosquitoes here in Queensland, which is what they're trying to spin here at the moment, where did we hear in the news, and even Malcolm Roberts, and I'm not going to be disrespectful to him because he's just one man and he's trying to alert people, but where was the talk of, some proteins from spiders and sea enemies, enemites, whatever, enemies, in the semen of these vaccinated or these genetically modified mosquitoes? That's what they are. They are Frankenstein mosquitoes. And if they can put spider toxin and proteins and sea creatures, and when you think they're going to have a red fluorescent marker on their chest, red robin is something that comes to mind, and the old fairy tale story is the ribbon, the little sparrow, whatever it was, the little robin, and he had a needle or a little thorn pushed into his heart, and he bled, and that's how he became the red robin. That's where, as a child, I can remember hearing that story and being very upset, thinking that, he's hurting himself to show his love or a passion for another bird. I don't know. That's just what my brain's telling me. But how does this have to do with dengue fever? And what is it about Queensland? And what is it about Mr. Billy Gates of hell? What the hell are they trying to do to us? So if you think that they're trying to vaccinate and eradicate these mosquitoes from biting you and stopping you from getting dengue fever, you are gullible and you are misguided. They are using the mosquitoes as a pathogen and how to use them as a vehicle to get a toxic GMO vaccination into your body. That's all it is. You get bitten by the mosquito, you are partially vaccinated. How many times can you take being bitten by a mosquito and getting a dose of this toxic GMO crap? I don't know. But have they investigated that? Probably not. Yeah, of course they never do they? So I'll post all the links. Please do your own investigation. Tell me if I'm wrong, because sometimes I am. And Godspeed to all. Godspeed.
We are no longer able to kill mosquitoes with things such as pyrethroids or even DDT because they develop resistance. We now have this nasty mosquito called Anopheles funestus. It carries 9 in every 10 new malaria infections, and unfortunately it is also the one mosquito that most scientists do not understand. One of the things we are trying to do in our lab is just to study the biology of these mosquitoes so we can mount some reasonable response. And so part of our work here is to constantly innovate and create new tools that we can use to just keep pace. Malaria control relies primarily on insecticide-treated bed nets, but they're not enough. And so we develop new technologies that can be used to complement this. One example is a technology we created here. It's called the Eve Ribbon. It's treated with a spatial repellent that prevent you from being bitten from a wide area. We have work on repellent sandals. If you wanted to provide round-the-clock protection until people go under their bed, the best place really to put this protection is the shoe. We capture the sound of the mosquito in flight and use this to identify the mosquitoes. One of the most interesting pieces of work we do now is studies on the mating behavior of malaria mosquitoes. Mosquitoes mate in specific locations in the village around sunset every evening. It's a ritualistic dance, they do it every day. If we map the locations of these swarms very well, it should be possible to go out there and spray them. This is our smell machine. We use it for studying the mosquito sense of smell. How do mosquitoes make choices of which household to go, of which people to bite? Because humans have different levels of attractiveness for mosquitoes. So we will have the very dirty socks of Harper here and the very sweet smelling socks of myself on this end. And we'll let the mosquitoes free and just see if the mosquitoes can make a choice. And I think Harper's socks is dirtier. If you like, it's some kind of a love-hate relationship. If you can't beat them, you join them for now, but We're really just studying them and buying time until we can kill them off. For the mosquito species that carry malaria, we see no need to continue sharing this beautiful, beautiful planet with them.
So Mr. Gates and mosquitoes have been friends for a long time. Is that what they think about us?
It makes me sick what I do for this shitty planet.